All right. What's going on, guys? It is Pete Nova here. We are back with the Faceoff Sports Network. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk playoff best ball, maybe answer some questions for those who are, currently playing, in week 18, though it's not necessarily extremely common. There are, individuals that are still playing. So we'll answer some questions as we kind of go along here on the stream. We'll talk a little bit about the playoffs. Obviously, we're going to mainly talk best ball, and I'll answer some questions as we go along. Feel free if you do want to join into the playoff best ball drafts that I'm in. Feel free to join, and yeah. Let's get rocking and rolling. Massimo, I see your question. Give me 1 second. I'm just plugging everything away here. Let's see. All right, so we'll jump in at 6:15. Yeah, we'll jump in here at 6:15. If anybody wants to join, I'm gonna share my screen here so that you can see um the exact one that we jump into. Let's see. So I've been trying to max out I believe it's this one. I've been trying to max out my I think there's 20 tournaments that you can get into with $3 entry fee. So I'm maxing that one out first, and then I'll probably keep going, maybe jump into some a little bit more expensive ones. Let's see. I think this is the right one. Yeah, so this is going to be the one. It's going to be the 200,000 play action, 20 entry max. I'm at 17 entries. You can see here, multi entries, so you can do 20. We're going to join at 6:15. So if you are here, Danny Finn's fan, if you want to join Danny, feel free to jump in, man. Massimo said some defensive guidance for week 18. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done a ton of research because I've been trying to decompress with the fantasy season pretty much ending for most. I mean, I think the obvious answer here is, Ravens against Browns. If Ravens defense is available, that's definitely an option for sure. Denver's defense against Kansas City without their starters is a solid option at home. Ravens would be at home as well. Just let me know who you have on your waivers, and I'll gladly try to help out. Danny said, I've done two best ball teams. The first stacked Philly, KC, but the next one was a mismatch. And it was bad. Yeah, sometimes these rooms get a little crazy. And so, you kind of throws off your strategy and you have to adjust. That's why I never really have like one specific strategy going in. I will talk about like kind of how I like to maneuver things, but I'm going to enter the draft room now. If anybody wants to join, like I said, feel free to jump in. So let's do that. And all right, so we have 3 of 6. So what I like to do in best ball for the playoffs is I generally like to stack one team with around 4, maybe 5 players in one conference, and then I try to get 2 teams in a separate conference. Sometimes it'll be 2 teams, and I can't fully get all the players I'm looking for, but ideally I want like 4 from my main team on, say, if I'm taking a bill stack, I'm trying to get James Cook, Josh Allen. Obviously you have to get the first pick almost every time to get Allen. But I'm stacking at least 4. I'm hoping for 4, maybe 5. I think 5 is overkill. While it's nice to have the insurance that you're, getting close to a full lineup in the championship, it does also limit your upside. And if you are playing to win the whole thing, I do feel like that's really what you're looking for. You don't want to completely stack one team and then you don't have as much upside, but it's also a nice insurance policy if you can do that as well. So, I like to go with 2 teams from a separate conference around 3. I try to take like one quarterback. Again, sometimes I'll take 2. If I get screwed over and I can't get a team that I really like in the second conference, not the main conference I'm stacking, sometimes I'll take a quarterback or an extra quarterback, just because I'm kind of reaching at that point if I'm not getting the teams I like. So like I personally like to stack the Vikings with my AFC team. So if it's the Bills or the Ravens or the Chiefs, if I get one of those three, I try to stack the Vikings because a lot of their pieces outside of Jefferson go in, fourth or fifth round. You can get, Hawkinson and Sam Darnold in that fourth, fifth round, and then, grab like some of the pieces on your AFC team, depending again on your draft slot. So it really all depends. It really, really all depends, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, we are doing a playoff league as well. We're doing a couple different things. One of them is a playoff league. We're almost full on that. It's 14 teams. We're drafting next Thursday, $50 entry. Steve is running that. I myself am in it. Hoff is in it. I believe Anthony's going to join as well. Some listeners, Jared Fortin's in it. I believe Joe Carlton's going to be joining. So some listeners as well. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. You can DM me at Supernova38 with 2 R's, or DM Steve on Twitter, or let me know in here on YouTube, and then just send me your email, and I can connect with you from there if you don't have a Twitter account, and we'll just take it from there. So I'm rambling on here, but I did get the 6th spot, and so I actually don't mind the 6th spot now. What I will say is that these DraftKings rooms are much different than the DraftKings rooms are much different than the underdog rooms. A lot more variance comes into play here. It's a lot more unpredictable, but guys do tend to fall to you more in my experience in the DraftKings rooms than the underdog. But at the same time, in DraftKings, sometimes guys, I mean, I was in a draft before, and I mean, we were at the 6th round and a guy didn't have a single person on the same team. You don't want to spread yourself out where, you don't have any stacks. I mean, that's just ridiculous. But in this situation, like Jalen Hurts falling to me here at the end of the 1st round is a gift. I mean, generally speaking, the top 3 quarterbacks, Lamar, Allen, and Hurts, usually go in the top 4. But I will definitely take Hurts there on the turn, and then I will gladly stack him with AJ Brown. And so in this scenario, now that I've taken the Eagles, I will try to pivot to the Eagles will likely be my main stack. Um, and then, worst comes to worst, I'll pivot, but I'm going to try to probably stack with KC, or even the Bills. The Bills have a lot of cheap pieces later on that you can get. And then I like to swing for the Chargers too, because you can get Justin Hurts, Dobbins. Ladd's the most expensive guy. So, and I mean, Anthony might be joining at some point later on, maybe for the 2nd draft. But yeah, so my first 2 picks here, and the problem with the Eagles is they don't have many pieces to draft. A lot of their pieces go high. You have Hurts, AJ Brown, and Devonta Smith, and Barkley. All 4 of those guys usually go in the first 3 rounds. So like right now, the chances that I get another Eagle is going to be pretty slim. Um, I mean, unless I go for Goddard, right? If you look here right now, like the only piece is Goddard, and then think about the Eagles. I mean, they don't have an established wide receiver 3. Maybe you can go for Alcantara because Goddard's been banged up. But yeah, I mean, so that's the only thing that sucks about the Eagles sometimes is when you draft them, I'm going to have to try to get Goddard and maybe make that a 3. And I may have to shift my focus to, because I did say that I like to make one team my main with at least 4 pieces. So I may have to shift live here to maybe going a different direction. There is Travis Kelce and Xavier Worthy. So the Chiefs may be my main stack because I can get Travis Kelce here, which I will do that. And I could also take Shakir. And I could, like I said, I could just build off of, not making Chiefs and Bills my main stack. But the problem is I'm probably not getting many other pieces in the NFC. So I'm probably just going to stick now with going with the Chiefs because mainly I want to at least have 4 from one team. And then the other side, I want to have around three ideally. Sometimes I'll get two. But in this situation, the only other guy I'll be able to get here now is Goddard. From the Eagles. So I'll probably pivot here. Eagles will be not my main team. I'll make it so that the Chiefs are my main team. And if you look at that, I mean, I've already got two Chiefs now. I could take Pacheco, Hollywood Brown, and Hollywood Brown and DeAndre Hopkins are really cheap too, which is why I like to do this. Hollywood Brown is all the way down here. Hopkins is down there as well. Keon Coleman's really cheap on the Bills. So that's why I like to swing on some of the Bills late too, because that you can get them cheap. Dalton Kincaid, David Montgomery is a nice cheap piece as well if you go the route with the Lions. But so I'll probably try to shift that way. So I'm going to start with the Chiefs being my main at this point. I'll try to add and at least get four pieces from them. And now that I've taken the Eagles, I'm probably going to try to get Goddard to give me three Eagles, and then I'll grab one more NFC team. But when I do best ball for the playoffs, I think the main thing is you want to tell a story. A lot of good best ball players say, and I think it's accurate. Like, you want to think of a story, of how you could predict the Super Bowl, right? Like, I personally can see the Chiefs getting there, right? The Eagles are my probably most confident team out of anybody in the playoffs, NFC, AFC. I feel most confident about this Eagles team right now. But again, it's really hard to stack more than three pieces on this Eagles team. And so you run into issues, right? Now, if you're in the beginning of the draft, usually you can get four, maybe if you get lucky, but it's tough, and you don't want to reach too much. But like, even taking Goddard here feels like a reach. I already have Kelsey. I don't really want to have two tight ends. It's like, maybe, instead of going and grabbing Goddard, I just stick with getting two players from that Eagles team. And I did take I didn't take Khalil Shakir. I thought I was thinking about Khalil Shakir before. Um yeah, so if I'm looking at the AFC being my main here, shoot. All right, I'll take Goddard. All right, I'll take Goddard. And I did get jammed up because I got auto picked Aaron Jones, and then I clicked on Goddard immediately after. That's okay. The problem with that, for what just happened for me, is getting Aaron Jones. While it's cool, like, he's a great player, there's nobody really left on this Minnesota team. So now that I've taken Aaron Jones, I'm kind of stuck in a tough spot, because I can't really stack. If I'm the only guy I could really get is Naylor at this point. So, I mean, if you want to take a look here, so I've got Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and Goddard. I have the three guys right here. Then I have Xavier Worthy and Kelsey. So I mean, I'm not that upset. Aaron Jones is fine. I don't mind getting a guy like that. And sometimes you get a one-off. It's gonna happen. These drafts aren't perfect. But ideally, I want to land Hollywood Brown here. Hopefully he comes back to me. I don't know. I think the Patrick Mahomes team is one of these two. So odds are I'm probably not gonna get Hollywood Brown here, if this person is going for that stack. And yeah, Alfredo said, "Wow, I didn't know there was playoff draft." Yeah, playoffs. It's just getting started. We've been drafting a decent amount of them, so yeah, it's been fun. I've been trying to max this out. I have two more drafts after this. Hollywood Brown does fall to me, which is pretty sweet. So I'll take Hollywood here. And then that kind of rounds things out. Now, the elephant in the room is the Chiefs have the bye. So you also have to worry about, okay, Kelsey, Hollywood Brown, and Xavier Worthy are not going to help me out at all. Which is tough.
Yeah. There we go.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Albert said, "What's up, Pete? What's up, Albert?" So that's tough. And now I'm also up here. Shit. I'm gonna take Keon Coleman just because I still like the Bills and I was kind of rushed. But I still like the Bills, so I'll grab a piece there. The main thing is you just want to at least have ideally you want at least two teams where you have three to four guys. One team with four, another team with three that you could see going to the Super Bowl. And then look, if you want to add some pieces where you think, hey, this guy might pop, like a Jaden Daniels, and you stack him and Terry McLaurin, which I've done, or you stack this Bucks team, you can get those cheap pieces later on. And I mean, you still have to get out of the first round. So that's the kicker. Like everyone wants to draft these Lions builds, these Chiefs builds, and these possibly the Vikings. The good thing about the Vikings is you get most of their players later on. So the players that you do draft ahead of them, the studs, they're probably playing round one. And so, it's not what good is it to have an awesome team if you can't get them past the first round and if you don't beat out your pod, the guys that you draft with. So there's a lot of ways to go about it. Anthony, if you want, we'll draft another one after this.
Yeah, I'm down to jump into one of these. I've never done best ball on underdog.
This
I
is
mean,
draft.
on DraftKings, I mean, underdog obviously is my normal place that I would play. I dabble on drafters. This will be my first time doing any type of best ball on DraftKings, so I'm excited.
DraftKings, it's very volatile. I would say but there's a lot of value that you can get. Alfredo said your draft's open to supporters or no, that Alfredo, you can join in the next one. I'll show you where it's at. You pretty much just have to go to DraftKings and you go to Best Ball. And then we're doing this one right here. 200,000 play action, 20 entry max. So once we hit to join the draft, we'll give out a time, and then once that time hits on the clock, we'll all try to enter at that time. So this is a situation, right? So I did kind of get jammed up, but I did talk about this though. I do like taking this Charger stack here, getting J.K. Dobbins and getting Herbert. John, the one thing about Harbaugh is he wins playoff games. He wins big games. I'm not saying that this Chargers team will go deep, but I do like getting those cheap pieces at this point. I've taken Quentin Johnston in some stacks, right? This is a case scenario where I could, now my roster has 2 spots left. Realistically, like I would be okay with grabbing like a Quentin Johnston and even maybe like a Will Dissly, right? To get 4 guys. And now again, ideally, I don't want the goal is I want to have, and I was saying this, Anthony, before, but I want to have at least 4 to 5 guys on one team that I think can make the Super Bowl. And then usually I want to build on the next conference 2 teams specifically. That way I can carry them into, have an opponent versus them. Right. I think that sounds pretty logistical, right?
Yeah.
I don't like to build from one. A lot of times people will build from one conference but that just limits your upside because if they get to the Super Bowl, that's where guys cash big in these tournaments. And if you have all the guys on one team and don't have anybody on the opposing team, you can only score so many touchdowns on one team,
Yeah, I try to. I think you were saying earlier, like you tell the story. Who do you think is going to make the Super Bowl? And I try to pick a Super Bowl team from each conference, and then try to fill in the other players with who can give me, even if it's like a wild card round, and I get one game, right? Like Tampa Bay or Atlanta, whatever one of those teams make it. I feel like Bijan, at least on underdog, was going at a value. He might give you 20 points and a one and done.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you were mentioning, the Chargers, my 2 sleeper teams, one from each conference. I think you got the Chargers. I think on any given Sunday, you brought up Harbaugh, Justin Herbert, and guys like that team could beat anybody on a given Sunday. And I feel the same way about Tampa Bay. I feel like Tampa Bay, if they get in, they're a sneaky, dangerous team, not because of the defense, but because that offense can keep up with anybody in the NFL.
Yeah.
They could just keep scoring at will.
I agree. I think the Rams have become I like Tampa. My only issue with Tampa is the defense. And I'm starting to shift to I like the Rams in the NFC as a sleeper team. I mean to me, Stafford's done it before. We've seen him get to it, right? they're playing really well with Cooper Kupp, who's not really contributing much right now. And on top of that, their defense is playing. I mean, you tweeted it out, and I've been talking about it
Yeah.
with my DST stuff. Like, this Rams defensive line has been playing really well. They're getting hot at the right time, and I mean, they have the nuts and the players to make a push on offense too. They can keep up with anybody. We saw them do it against the Bills. They can put up the points, and they could stop any offense, I think, at this point, or at least neutralize or contain, and keep in a game.
Yeah, I think it was like since like the Raiders game, they're 9 or 7-2 or like 9-2, whatever it is. But in 7 of those wins, they've given up under 20 points, and then 3 straight games now under 9 points. And I get it, 49ers in a rainstorm, Jets, and going into that week, the Jets were red hot scoring. And then even the Cardinals holding them tonight. So, but I don't care what the situation is. If you can hold an NFL team to under 9 points in 3 straight games, you have a good defense. I don't care. These are still NFL players. These are still NFL offenses.
No, I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. So I don't know if Alfredo wants to join. I see Hoff's backstage. I don't know if Hoff's gonna come join us as well. But this is how the draft board shook up for me. And I felt like I got pretty lucky, right? Hurts doesn't generally fall to that turn right there. Getting that stack is nice. Like I said, you do worry about adding any of these Chiefs players while they come at a cheaper cost a lot of times with Hollywood Brown, with Kareem Hunt later on, DeAndre Hopkins. You're also adding guys that are going to be on a bye, and you have to get out of your first round, right? Whoever like us. If we draft together, like one of us has to win out of the 6 teams that draft to move on, right? So, that's the biggest concern. Like, while it's nice to get value and you want to stack these teams, you also have to keep in mind that, like, you might not get. I mean, the Vikings could come out and win. So, Vikings win, they're all of a sudden the 1 seed, and all of this flips. I'm sure. I mean, if they get a bye, number one, I would probably say their ADP goes higher because they're safer for one less game to get to a Super Bowl. That's one less game.
What does the first round look like? Go scroll back up just so I can get.
It's right here.
Like underdog. You're at second round.
No. This is here, right here. Jalen Hurts.
Okay. So yeah, it was still fairly quarterback heavy. All right.
Mahomes doesn't go to the 3rd round and underdog.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I've seen him drop to the 4th. I've seen I had a situation, I sent it to you the other night, where I was able to get, I think I got Jalen Hurts and I think it was Hurts and AJ Brown, and then I ended up getting like Mahomes and Worthy or Mahomes and Kelsey or something like that. Like, and I don't like to double up on quarterbacks, but if I can get an elite quarterback like Mahomes on top of getting one of these other guys that are at the top, like, that's a situation where I would double up on a quarterback, right? So, Hoff, are you going to draft with us?
I didn't know you guys doing drafts. What time? DraftKings?
Yes.
I'll jump on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I didn't. I just jumped on now, so I didn't know. Yeah. Let me hold on, let me log in. I'll play.
All good. Alfredo said I'm struggling to log in. Yeah, we'll give it another minute or two if you want. Try to log in. Danny Finn said I got Barkley, Kelsey, Mahomes, and the one I did today. I like that. Yeah. That's pretty nice too. I mean, so that means you got Barkley first round. You probably got Mahomes in the 2nd round and Kelsey in the 3rd. If you want to draft with us, Danny, feel free.
Did you guys have a link, or are you just picking a certain contest? I'm sorry.
We're just picking this contest. Yeah, and hoping that we get in together, which I think we should.
Which one? I'm sorry.
Hang on. It's the 200,000 play action.
So
200,000 play action. Yeah, $3.
Right.
Is it or and you're doing volume teams? I think we're all going to end up doing volume teams one way or another.
We're going to jump in at 6:38. By the way, I texted Steve. I'm just letting you know so you're ready. Yeah, and if anybody's watching,
and it's the 20.
It's the 200,000 play action 20 entry max. Yeah. Danny Finn said, "I'm afraid I won't get in with you guys." Well, feel free to give it a try. I mean,
DraftKings is a little more tricky than say Underdog. It's a lot easier to get in together on that one. DraftKings is a little more hit and miss. So
yeah, well, the lobbies don't fill as quickly on DraftKings too. So it's sometimes it's hit or miss.
Is there anybody worried, like, because this obviously changes the whole complexion of the NFC? Like, Jalen Hurts still isn't practicing, right? I get he's not playing it. What if he misses the wild card game? And this can, because we've seen concussions linger a few weeks.
Hang on. I'm just want to make sure. Are you drafting on your computer or are you drafting on your phone, Anthony?
I can do my computer or the phone.
No, I was just asking because sometimes you hit draft team, but I don't know if it takes you in right away.
Okay, because right now I'm sitting in the enter room.
We're jumping in at 6:38. 6:38. Danny Finn's fan. We'll do multiple. Alfredo said, "All right, I'm ready." Steve said he's ready. So there's a good chance one or two of us don't get in together, but we'll rock and roll. 6:38 will be the time we'll enter in. Finish that thought in 1 second, Anthony. Let's just make sure we all get in first, really
and
quick.
hurry it up too.
Oh man,
6:38. All right.
I'm hitting it.
It says you're in.
5 out of 6.
Yep, I'm in 4 out of 6.
It's probably the same one.
Yeah, maybe.
But how do I now? I need to try to get into this room.
Oh, he's fucking out.
Yeah, no, on the phone it's weird. All right,
okay, here I am.
Clicked in.
I see Anthony. I see Anthony. I see Steve.
And I see Steve.
Yeah, Steve's in. I don't know about Danny or
Pete. You don't have a picture?
Alfredo. What do you say?
You don't have a DraftKings picture?
I do. It's right here. It's
the Faceoff
one. Which one?
Pete 3838.
Yeah, no, Pete 38. I switched it to the Faceoff one because I've seen a lot of people that have the
you're two.
Runs,
I'm sorry,
pictures
I'm
and stuff
first.
in these drafts. So I wanted people to see us if we're in here. Like, oh shit, I drafted with somebody from Faceoff.
No, so I got confused because I'm picking first, and I saw your logo next to mine. I just assumed it was But all right, we're good. We're good.
All good. William Stevenson said, huge shout out to Zach Linton for winning back-to-back listener leagues. Yeah. Thanks for hosting that, Will.
These are a long time. I think Zach might be our longest listener, followed by Will, or they might have come in together.
They're probably holding hands on that one, I would think. Debbie, too.
So,
was another one.
Alfredo said I got lost in the menu. It's all right, man. We'll get you in the next one if you want, or draft side by side and jump into the next one. Yeah, it can be a little confusing sometimes. Henry said, I really hope the Bucks win and Rams lose this week, so Vikings/Lions don't match up with them. Bucks win and Rams lose, they would host the Commanders, right? Or do Rams hold seeding over the Bucks? So I have the playoff picture here.
There's
Rams
a lot going on
this 6. Yeah, Rams are 10-6. Bucks are 9-7. Rams would need to win, I think, to hold seeding above them. I'm not completely sure though. It looks like the Commanders at 6 though are pretty much locked in as the top seed unless they lose to Dallas. I guess I don't see that happening. All right, Hoff is on the clock. Hoff, who did you take? Saquon?
Took Saquon Barkley, yeah.
All right, I'll go with Josh Allen. And I don't know if Danny Finn's fan got in here.
I just feel like in terms of the Eagles in the playoffs, I feel like they're gonna right some wrongs here. They're gonna run the ball. There's a reason why they're not playing Saquon this week. So yeah, I will happily go with that. And NFC is wide open. So
yeah, I feel pretty good about the Eagles. Yeah, I feel good about the Eagles for sure.
No,
I don't mind. I take Saquon a lot in these. I don't have much Derrick Henry. A lot of times it's between Saquon, Gibbs, and Henry, and I've taken Gibbs and Saquon over Henry more. It's hard to stack Ravens too, man. They're similar to the Eagles, where it's like you can get Bateman late, but like in this, like most of their pieces go in the first few rounds, and you can't really stack them.
I don't mind getting if you got Bateman late with his big play capability.
Sure.
Yeah. And you can get Isaiah Likely too if you're really looking to add pieces to it, right? And then you can get like Justice Hill really late. And honestly, you can even go for Nelson Aguilar. I'm not excited about it, but those are pieces that like random guys on a Super Bowl team that like could have look at Jawan Jennings last year. How many teams do you think drafted Jawan Jennings in best ball?
True.
Probably not a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Anthony's on the
Yeah,
clock.
Danny, you
Oh,
can
he's
jump.
fake.
Just
All
jump
right.
in the next one, man. So I'm gonna pull the board up here so it's a little more visually appealing. Anthony and Steve went.
Yeah.
Steve goes for James Cook and AJ. Anthony takes Mahomes and Jefferson. I'm on the clock here.
Yeah, I'm
Steve
feeling
took
a
James Cook
Vikings
for me.
Chiefs Super Bowl. I think that's within the range of outcomes, certainly.
Yeah. Sorry, Hoff. I'm not gonna let you get Hurts.
I wasn't expecting it. So
my thought earlier was, what if this Hurts concussion lingers into the wild card round? What is that?
Yeah, that would be tough.
Reflection of the NFC.
Yeah, that would be tough. I mean, I guess you could draft Kenny Pickett. I don't think I can't see the concussion lingering though. I don't know.
It happens to people though. It's not like it's an anomaly.
But he missed last week, and then he'll miss this week, so that's 2 weeks. Plus, he'll have a week to get through the protocol. Oh shit, I'm up.
Hey, you're on the clock, buddy. Sorry about that.
I'll take Devonta Smith. You're good. So yeah, we'll see. But all right, so next week we have 2 special shows on Wednesday. If you're listening Wednesday, we're going to do our playoff preview show with the mediators. Yes, Alfredo, if you have questions, yes, feel free to send in questions. We'll be happy to answer.
I will just preface that with saying you should go to your league mates and say we should not do any title games of week 18. It's one of my big cardinal rules. I hate it.
Yeah.
I really do.
It's
I'll
it's
happily
so
answer questions, but yeah, it's
Well, and now that we have the extra game, plus we have the Thanksgiving and Christmas games, like teams want to rest these guys. I mean, the Eagles played Eagles, Ravens, Houston. The Steelers, they played 3 games in 11 days. Like, I mean, if they have a good spot, why play their starters? You know, that's why it's more like, honestly, I'm thinking about, a lot of people talked about it, but I'm thinking about freaking shortening my league to 1 less week next year with all these Christmas things and all these guys. I mean, this last week was crazy with the amount of guys that sat out.
No, I get it. I would probably chalk that more up to unfortunate set of circumstances than anything else.
Sure.
You know, I don't think that'll be a recurring theme as much as, say, like playing your fantasy title game this week. It's always going to be a fucking problem. Like, I don't, you know.
Wow. By the way, I don't mean to cut you off. I haven't seen Zay Flowers go this late ever
again.
This guy got super lucky. He got Zay Flowers that late. I haven't seen that. And I was actually shocked. I didn't think I was getting Zay Flowers. Sorry, Khalil Shakir there. Hoff got Goff. Okay. I figured that was the route you're going to go. So this guy has no quarterback. Steve has no quarterback. I'm going to assume one of these guys will probably go for Darnold, right? Steve or G Gemin. Steve does like that those Bucks though. Maybe he'll go for that. Anthony, how are you feeling, my friend?
I like it. I have Mahomes, Jefferson, Worthy, Addison so far.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, I fucking hate my team. How's that sound? Does that work? Does that compute? What do you mean already? I've made 5 picks. I remember doing mock drafts with Anthony. Anthony would be like, first round in, I fucking hate my team.
So I'm in a predicament.
Made 1 pick.
I get it's only 1 quarterback starting, but I almost want to take Darnold. So I'm basically just going to stack both my 2 Super Bowl teams. I did take Aaron Jones. Darnold just went. All right, which is fine.
Oh, you got sniped.
See, when I've gotten Mahomes, I've tried to shoot for like Jaden Daniels and just say, fuck it, give me like a really high spike week, and if he gets eliminated, you can ride with Mahomes to the Super Bowl, and you lose him kind of thing. That's kind of what I've been doing when I've gotten Mahomes. Steve doesn't have a quarterback either, so you'll both probably be fighting for a quarterback here because you're going to need one at some point.
Who?
Well, you and Steve, because you don't.
Mahomes
got the bye, but he's got the bye, so you're gonna, you know what I mean?
True.
I mean, so I just need a wild card quarterback.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I was saying you take Jaden Daniels if he gets eliminated, but you get a huge spike. Who cares?
Do we honestly see a world, and I get that we can make cases for it, of course, but do we honestly see a world in which the Chiefs are not in the Super Bowl?
I do. I mean,
of course, because
I think they're going back. I just,
I do too. But if you're asking me, is there a case to be made? This Buffalo Bills team looks outstanding.
How much would you invest in that case? Is what I'm really getting at. I would
not
say.
A lot.
Okay, that's what I'm getting at.
I think there's two things. The Ravens and Lamar, if Lamar can show up in a big game in the playoffs, that is a huge deal, right? Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but like he just doesn't.
Pete, you're on the clock.
He's never shown up. Yeah, I see. So
sounds familiar.
Kyron Buffalo.
Son of a bitch. All right.
This is why I hate getting the Eagles though, because like outside once Devonta Smith goes, there's literally nobody else you can add to this roster. Who could you add? Alcantara after Goddard? There's nobody else. At least with the Buffalo, you could say Ty Johnson, Ray Davis, maybe you know that there's a chance they get involved a little bit, but like the Eagles, like it's so hard to use them.
Notre Dame is up 20-10, by the way, in case anybody cares. I care.
I saw that. I mean, what about? I mean, as a Mr. Irrelevant, somebody like Gainwell just to hedge Saquon.
Yeah, that's fair.
You got timeout? You got timeout?
But like to your point,
timeout. You make a pick. You timed out, didn't you? You timed out. Anthony always timed out.
Oh man, fuck! I was gonna take fucking Terry and just try to stack maybe a cheap Washington fucking stack.
My favorite was
what asshole took Hollywood Brown?
I did.
Fuck you. That pisses me off.
Love you, buddy. I need another wide receiver. I got Lad McConkey, who's not going to last long.
Oh, did you take Lad?
Yeah, I did take Lad.
You did.
I tried to rely on the PPR points for smash or grab job. Like 1 week. Get him in there.
Yeah, I guess I could be. It could be worse getting Nico, even if they get eliminated. He gives me a big spike in the first round, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of feels like I feel like you need like one or two of those guys to just make sure you get to the next round.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp. Fuck Cooper Kupp. You hear me? I'm saying that out loud. Fuck that guy. he burned me.
So who would you take? Would you take Tutu Atwell or DeMarcus Robinson if you were looking at one of those late guys on that Rams team? Yeah.
Me personally, yeah.
Yeah. Anthony gets Jaden Terry. That was what I wanted to do. And
I kind of like this more than underdog.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I do.
I like their format. I like the visual better.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it. I will take Cooper Kupp.
Now, do they make what's the what's the actual do you have to start a tight end in this? Because remember, underdog you don't. Okay.
Yes.
And that's what I think why I like this more. I just wanted to confirm that is because I like that you have to start a position rather than draft the collective wide receiver tight end.
Yeah.
I think doing that's this. Stupid. I've done this in multiple of these little playoff drafts. I always draft Jamar Chase a little bit late, just in case they get in.
Yeah.
I don't think they get in.
Did you take him?
I did. I am emotionally torn because our resident troll ATL is a Dolphins fan. I want him to be happy. Pete, you're a Broncos fan. I want you to be happy. Plus, I love Bo Nix.
I know you don't want me to be happy as a Cowboys fan.
I just got auto picked. I just got fucking auto picked again.
Jesus Christ. It's this guy. Anthony, yeah, I don't want you to be happy as a Cowboy fan, but I love you, buddy.
Thank you.
But yeah, fuck them. Shout out to you, Gus, for putting everyone on Shakir. By the way, he was definitely the best 11th round pick you could have made. Yeah, we should do a recap of some of our predictions. I was looking over that in my show notes.
Yeah, me and Anthony recapped it a little bit this week.
Okay.
We talked about you said that Shakir would be the best 11th round pick, which is crazy. He wasn't, but it wasn't that he was like it wasn't that due to him not being good. I think Chuba Hubbard was probably better, and they were both at that same spot. But but still, and Dobbins was also there. I think in that round.
My sleeper hit and my bust did not hit. My sleeper was Brian Thomas Jr.
Yes.
My sleeper was Devon Achane, which
it was one extreme to the other. One smashes and the other one really busts.
Yep, that happened. That was a thing.
Me and Pete both had. Pete had Watson to score 10. I had Zeke to score 10 in one of mine. I don't know if it was a official show one, but I tweeted that out.
That's funny.
I mean, it was a good idea at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I certainly didn't see Dallas taking that much of a nosedive, and then all of a sudden their season picks up a Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. You get that. Who do I take with this last fucking pick? You know what? Fuck it. I'm going Noah Gray. Last pick.
Ooh, I like that.
Yep.
I'll take Kenneth Gainwell.
And just in case they get in there and they ride together, I got Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow late, just in case. It's a stupid move, but just in case.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts here, guys? Week 2 running backs: Gainwell, Ray Davis, Achane, Pollard if healthy, Michael Carter. So Gainwell. Who do the Eagles? The Eagles get the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Davis and Buffalo. Buffalo said they're going to rest their starters. Achane has something to play for, but I don't think Tua is playing.
I would personally go Ray Davis, which I'm sorry, I'm taking the words out of Anthony's mouth, maybe potentially, but I'd go Ray Davis there.
Anthony?
Sorry,
he's got to pick 2. He's got to pick 2.
I would probably go Ray there as well.
I would go Ray and Achane.
I'd go Ray and Achane too.
Yeah. And then Massimo said thoughts on Fairborn versus the Titans this week.
I like him. Had a rough week last week, but played against the Ravens. But I like him this week.
We'll do a recap and then we'll draft 1 or 2 more here.
Rough week isn't he scored fucking nothing, but
well, I had the Colts who had -5. So
no, I just wanted to preface what the rough week was. Yeah.
You know what is crazy? I noticed we lost. I think we lost 10 subs since last Sunday.
Oh no!
I'm sure they were all probably because people were so upset about the Colts thing. I'm sure that and Fairborn
it's gonna happen.
You can hit every single week. One bad week is what they're gonna remember.
You can't exactly. You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs, man. It's gonna fucking happen. It's unfortunate, but it's gonna happen.
I don't think I'd want to eat broken eggs. That's a pretty bad analogy.
You ever heard that before?
I don't want egg shells in my omelet.
I don't give a fuck what you want. I'm just telling you, you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. That's all I'm telling you. Jeez, what do I pick here on this?
You.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Here. Stirring the sauce, and then I'm done.
Sound like you were on the cell phone. What the fuck was that?
I was listening on my phone, so I just shut it off.
Yeah.
I'm watching the game. I'm telling my kids to go down to get the fucking dinner, stirring sauce, making drafts at the same time, making sure something on for my mom downstairs.
Where is Clemenza at though? Where is he? See,
he's in the garage. He's getting some tools for later.
In the garage.
Yeah.
What's happening over there?
You know what is? It's actually crazy, Steve. The fact that you can get all 3 Packers wide receivers at the end. People are
Yeah,
so
it's
down
great.
on them.
It's great.
It's kind of nuts.
It's good value, you know. I mean, like
Yeah.
anybody can make a run, in my opinion, in NFC. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
sure.
kind of sneakily
you could have a buck.
I
You could
kinda
have a
liked how
buck
your team
stack.
turned out.
You can get McMillan late too. You know, you
Yeah.
can get Bucky Irving at a good value.
Yeah.
You know, the Rams, you know, that's the one team, but I do like taking Puka. You know, because
I don't know. I was saying to them, I kind of like the Rams. I don't know. Their defense is coming on at the right time.
They are coming on.
But can their offense step up when they need them? And that's what I'm worried about with that the most.
I don't think
Because
so.
Cooper Kupp looked legitimately washed.
Yeah,
Fuck
they've
that
looked a
guy,
little
too.
stagnant the past couple weeks.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna turn it on. I don't know. There's also something about like a team that's
No?
been
God
there.
damn, what are we
You know what I
doing?
mean? Like the fact that they've
Notre
been
Dame?
there, like it gives me kind of
What happened?
confidence. You know.
I don't disagree with that take.
Georgia broke up
because
big run.
because you got
Oh,
the
yeah.
you got the quarterback and the obviously the head coach that has
Yeah.
already won that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Harbaugh's already been there for San Diego or Los Angeles, wherever he is.
Wherever they are now. All right, let's roll back another one. I only have one more entry in this. So if we do
Really? Man, you've
another
been
one
really,
after this.
you've been grinding,
That's
boy.
20. That's 20, right?
Hot damn.
Yeah.
That's how you got to do it. So I mean, there's
All right.
another.
No, I mean, I like it. I like it.
There's a couple single entries on here. There's also a $5 one that's just 5 entries. So that's the one you
He's
can max out
fucking
too.
grinding that boy.
I see Steve. Steve has 2 entries. You can search the names.
The $3.
Yeah, this was my first ever best ball draft.
I'm probably not going to max that one out, but I'll go for the $5. I'll do a couple of the single entries.
So what are we doing?
Yeah,
right now?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like the underdog one. By the way, Danny, Finn's fan, and Alfredo, if you guys are still here and you guys want to jump in, we will do this next one at 7:02. So that's 4 minutes. It's the 200,000 play action 20 entry max, $3.
Okay. Same bit. Okay. Good.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Yeah, hopefully
I don't really like underdogs. I
don't like how it's only 10 rounds. I like the 12 rounds.
Yeah,
better.
And there's no tight
man.
end position like Anthony was talking about either.
Right.
Shout out to the beautiful bartender who gave me a very healthy pour before I came back and podcast with you guys.
Nice.
Shout out to her.
I can tell. It sounds like she gave you a healthy.
Are you going back after the show?
No, I'm fucking around. But she did give me a good pour.
It's only 7. Plenty of time to go back.
No, Danny, don't enter now. Don't enter now. Once the clock hits 7:02, we'll all hit enter same time.
That's what she said.
just
Don't
hang
enter
on.
now.
Alfredo and Danny. Oh man.
Wait. I'm lost. Hold on.
7:02. You have 3 minutes.
Pete,
Yeah.
so look at the Notre Dame defense. So when we were playing in college football, obviously the Notre Dame defense was dominant.
These defenses are good, man.
They're legit. I mean, they're fucking tough. I noticed that they're like playing this game, like the right matchups, like you can't fucking do shit on certain defenses and certain teams. Like that college football is pretty accurate.
They were really not giving Notre Dame any credit,
especially with a brand new quarterback. Like,
yeah,
this guy's never made us like what? He's just starting his first game in a bowl game, so it's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
Beck wasn't that much better. I mean, Beck probably would have.
I was just say it's hard to get worse than what Beck was giving them. I mean, he was absolutely terrible.
I took Notre Dame in the first half, and second half I took them at plus 1.5.
Nice.
So, yeah. So
that looks good.
Yep.
What else do we have in here? Hang on.
No flag there. What the fuck? No.
What is that?
Why are there flags?
Somebody has free
track.
Boom.
That's my track. That's my track.
I was
like, where did this come from?
We're getting in at 7:02. Was that
yeah?
thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I'm ready.
That's how we're gonna end the show. You're gonna put that track on, and we're all gonna dance. I'm gonna leave the room.
I'm hitting. I'm not entering yet. I forgot there's 2 screens on the computer.
The word 2 or 3.
Are you guys answering
7:02? 7:02. Yeah, we answered those.
Oh, 7:02. We're getting in.
Thoughts on Fairbairn versus Titans this week? Holy shit! That's a fucking serious one.
I like Fairbairn. I like him this week.
The Titans may win this week.
Minute.
Yeah, he might, but
All right, let's go.
Fairbairn gets his kicks.
All right, enter.
That's what she said.
All right, 5 out of 6. So if you didn't hit enter, then someone might not get in this.
I'm at 5 out of 6 too. Well, just filled up.
Danny Fins is in. We got Danny.
Nice.
Yeah, we got Danny. There we go.
Yeah, we're all in again.
I'm 2 this time.
Here.
Danny boy, you're a Dolphins fan. Don't take Allen. That'd be freaking sacrilegious.
And also, Danny boy, you're picking 1 overall. No pressure, man.
Yeah, don't take Allen. Obviously, that's not the right move. He sucks.
No, take Allen. Just piss off Steve. Do it.
No, don't take Lamar. He's better than Allen. And take the Dolphins may still get in, so you could take Tua. So
No,
that's true.
Nobody's gonna have that, so might as well take a shot.
No one's gonna have it because no one wants it. But yeah.
Wow.
That's funny.
Hoff, you see that?
What? Who wears a Mets hat in the house? Lame. I fucking do. Out of rhythm. I do. And I got Juan Soto, so suck it. So there you go. That just happened. That's a thing. Got anything else?
Allen, guys, FYI.
Isn't he from Canada? Out of rhythm?
Yeah, well,
No. I think he's from Idaho.
Oh, Idaho.
Well,
somewhere.
I blame Idaho.
There's another guy that was from Canada that was on those early chats we were having. I forget where.
Yeah, I'm not going to apologize for wearing a Mets hat. It's all good.
Oh, shit. All right, let's see. Will, we're on DraftKings, not Underdog, man.
Yeah.
Damn, you wouldn't have gotten in anyway.
Jesus.
Yeah, DraftKings.
Drafting with a bunch of strangers. Good for you, Will.
Drafters is also 12 rounds, so another one we could do maybe.
Yeah, they don't have it in Jersey, man.
Yeah, we'd have to roll without Pete for that. You mean in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, forgot Pennsylvania.
That's what I meant. Yeah, I actually DM'd them to see what their deal was if they were.
It's licensing. Whenever they don't have it in a certain state, it has to do with regulators and regulations and getting approved for a license.
Don't take Allen. Take Tua.
Is he taking Allen? Is a Dolphins fan taking Allen? He took Allen.
Wow, that was
a business decision right there. That's
horrible. Horrible move there.
That's not horrible.
All right, I'm taking Lamar.
Me and Hoff got back. Actually, it pretty much flipped. Hoff and me are in the back.
Pretty much,
and you guys are in the front.
Regulators mount up. Mommy like to drink? Shit.
No, Jesus. I'm getting fucking frozen on this one.
Shit.
Yeah, so anyway, if I don't get Allen or Jackson, I kind of just wait on quarterbacks.
Fuck is this shit?
I've taken so many stacks with Hurts that I think I'm gonna do something similar.
I've been like
I already
kind of going. If I don't get Allen or Jackson, I kind of just go for like the high scoring players, and then I just get whatever stacks I can at the end.
Pete, you've got a lot of what type of variants are you targeting? Similar, like what has your strategy been with doing volume here?
I just like I said, I'm just trying to. It's too unpredictable the way people draft in this, so I just honestly like I'm just trying to get one team either the Bills. If I get like Steve said, if I get Lamar or Allen, I'm trying to get 4 or 5 guys on those teams, and then I'm switching to the NFC, and I'm just trying to get variance over there. But it really depends, though, because if I feel like I can't get 3 guys on one team, I won't probably draft that team. I'll probably pivot off of them, because I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to get at least 3 guys on opposite conference on 2 teams outside of my main stack, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I have some teams like that where I have like 3 or 4 Bills or 3 or 4, but like if you can get Puka as a solo or Bucky as a solo,
if you have the big pop guys,
and there's a lot of guys that you can get some value with that. Even Montgomery as a solo is nice.
Yeah.
Because Gibbs,
because I mean, you take a Montgomery on like, say you don't get any Lions, but Montgomery's there, like it's like an insurance plan. Like, okay, worst comes to worst, you're one team that has a decent amount gets to the Super Bowl, and you get Monty on the other side. Like,
right?
I mean, sometimes it's not going to be perfect, right? So,
no, that's why it's good. Like what you were doing with the $3, you max it out. It's $60, so it's not like it's crazy bankroll. And now you have a max out on one of the tournaments, which is key. And the other one they have is $5, so that's $25 for 5.
I was saying in our chat last night, going into this best ball season, I think I'm going to max out a bunch of $3 contests, maybe one underdog, one on DraftKings, one on drafters, because like essentially for like a little bit less or maybe even the same price as maxing out Best Ball Mania, you can max out 3 different $3 tournaments and give yourself a lot more skin in a game, and that's a nice way to build bankroll. Because there's no guarantee maxing out Best Ball Mania. As Pete, you brought this up in the chat. There are people who maxed that out, did it in advance.
Yeah. No, I saw a guy. They posted the like the remaining 10 or something. It was something to the effect of like guys that like these guys. It was just there was a top 10 for something for Best Ball Mania, and one of the guys on there didn't even know he drafted 2 teams this year, and it was like he must have been like at work with a friend who drafts underdog best ball a lot, and he was saying that he had to tell the guy that his team was in Best Ball Mania, and the guy only drafted like 2 fucking teams. Can you imagine, like you never really you didn't sit here and grind all summer, you just drafted like 1 or 2 for fun because your friend's really into fantasy, and you just like, oh shit, like I'm about to win $500,000.
But that, I've been
that's crazy.
Like, I worked when I was in the car business. That I used to be, because I was usually the younger one. They would give me a couple thousand. But everybody at dealership was when Powerball was big. And they're like, okay, take a dealer plate, go take a car. You're going to go to 3 different states. That's what you're doing today. You're not selling cars. We're going to compensate you. And you're going to take a couple $1,000 and you're going to go to Delaware. You're going to Pennsylvania. And you're going to go to New York and buy fucking Powerball tickets. And we'd have all this skin in the game, and then somebody who buys 1 ticket, they could win 2. And
by the way, you're up
5,000 tickets. So it's for me, like Best Ball Mania, because it has so many entries, you might as well play the lottery.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we have better value at the FFPC. Sure, you're not going to win $1.5 million, but I think you have a better chance of cashing their tournament because it might have 12,000 people in it instead of 500,000 people.
Yeah, that's fair. By the way, you took Addison from me, so that kind of sucked. But I did get my quarterback with Darnold, so I appreciate you laying off him. So
Darnold with his 4th interception of the game, and the Vikings are fucking down 20 to nothing.
Listen, I after seeing what they did to the Packers, it's either one of 2 things: the Packers are either frauds, or the Vikings maybe are a little better than. The
Packers are expected. Yeah, no Jair now. He's going to be out the rest. That hurts. Love, I think LaFleur is playing a little too conservative. I think he needs to open it up a little bit more in the playoffs because everybody's going to know they're going to want to fucking run the ball. So, like, they ran right into the Vikings' strength that last game. They needed to open it up earlier.
Yeah. I agree.
So they get Watson back. They can still be dangerous, but I would give the Vikings and the Lions the edge.
I love the Vikings to make a legit. They're a 14-win team, and I feel like the consensus is out on them because of their quarterback. For a 14-win team, they are flying under the radar, and I think
the Lions are also hurting. The Lions are also hurting, man. Defensively, listen. I have
you're up, Steve.
Niners lost that game. It's fine, but listen, the fact that the Niners took the Lions to the limit with a makeshift roster. Doesn't say well for the defense. Like when you get into playoffs against, like, say, the Vikings or whomever with the Eagles, like they're gonna carve you up, man. Like, so
the Lions are hard. The Lions are hard to stop, though.
I think but
and they don't have Montgomery, and we're assuming there's a solid chance he comes back.
The Lions are your typical team where they're going to score 1 million points and they're going to allow 1 million, and we'll see where the chips fall at the end of the game. That's what it is.
But the Vikings let up a lot of points too. The Rams can let up a lot of points, and we saw it against the Bills.
I feel like the Vikings give up a lot of points after they have a 21-7 lead. Then Darnold starts playing, a little bit more erratic and allows the team to get back in.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest fear with Darnold, because Green Bay had that game was dominated by Minnesota. Then Darnold started trying to, I don't know if he was playing too confident. Let's Green Bay back in the game. And that's my fear. If Darnold and the Vikings let these teams back in, playoff teams, it's a lot different. You can't do that. But I mean, obviously the Lions did that to the 49ers last year. Look what happened.
Again, the Packers, they couldn't run the ball. And then when they had to pass, then they went right down the field 2 drives in a row on them. So that's what I'm saying. They should have probably opened it up a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But the Bucks can be fucking dangerous too. Didn't the Bucks smacked around a couple good teams this year?
Yeah, they have.
They're a weird team, but I mean, they're definitely dangerous.
I mean, their offensive line is shit, but they are dangerous.
They can score.
Yeah, but that was the thing. I said that though. Their offensive line is I think fourth this year, or no, the best team when it comes to pressure rate, which is kind of wild. They got better this year. I mean, they had a lot of injuries last year on that offensive line too. I'm more worried about the Bucks defense than I am anything. Their offense can hang, but their defense. I worry about the defense the most. So let's see where we're at. So Steve has stacked. He's got Lamar here. He's got two Philly guys.
2 Detroit.
He's got two Detroit. Looks like he's building something with the Bucks.
I got Bateman. I got 3 guys on the Ravens.
Oh, you did get 3 Ravens. I saw Bateman and Lamar.
Oh no, I didn't get Andrews. My bad. I thought I had Andrews.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody sniped him from me.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking bastard.
Bitch.
Rat bastard, you.
Anthony takes J.K. Dobbins, who I was hoping would come back to me. I was going to try to stack him and Herbert next round, maybe.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking Herbert and to stack with Dobbins.
Yeah.
Chargers are another wild card dangerous team. They can make a run.
My 2 wild cards is Tampa and Los Angeles, the Chargers. I don't know. I'm with you on Tampa. I think their offense is so potent that, and their defense, they have some dudes that won a Super Bowl. Pete brought up, the Super Bowl experience with McVay and Stafford. There's some dudes on that Tampa team that just won it a few years ago with Brady. More so on the defense. You got Evans, but Vita Vea is still on that team. I feel like they're
Vontae David.
They're not
Antoine Winfield,
but I don't know if you can run on Tampa when they don't want you to run. I mean, they shut down Carolina and Hubbard the first time those 2 teams played. When Chuba was cooking, they shut his ass down.
Yeah.
Like when Vita Vea wants to play, he can play.
Who's better coach, Lovie Smith or Todd Bowles?
They both suck equally.
Lovie Smith in your league?
I'm saying back, career comparison.
They both suck equally. How
about Herm? Herm's top,
Bowles
right?
won a Super Bowl.
Selma and Luis style. They held hands and jumped off the cliff.
Lovie Smith went to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman as his quarterback.
Yeah.
Sexy Rexy.
Remember that quote? We're 10-2. Rex is our quarterback.
I remember that.
Because everybody wanted him to bench Rex because he's fucking horrible. But they kept winning. That's funny. Well, the Packers receiver just sitting there like loaves of bread. So
yeah, I mean, it is wild how off of the Packers everybody is now. I mean, everyone felt how they felt about the Packers wide receivers, but I mean, that game last week must have spooked a lot of people from them because nobody.
It wasn't just last week; it was the Saints game, that Monday night game, because Love couldn't get it going.
Yeah.
The
only thing to their credit is they probably have one of, if not the most complete teams outside of the Eagles. I mean, their defense is top 5 right now, and they have all these weapons and a good run game on offense, and they have a quarterback that they paid a fuck ton of money to. Like, I mean, what else do you need to go compete? I don't know what's the excuse. So, yeah.
Running back. But they're shitty running
Let's
backs.
see. So Danny Boy gets the Allen and some Bills stack here. He's got Kincaid and Coleman. I think Coleman's a really cheap piece too. If you miss out on some Bills, I like to take Allen and then try to get Cook and then just wait on Coleman and build some other teams in between here. Coleman's starting to really come on. Amari Cooper, man. I mean, his stat line is terrible since that 14 target game.
Well, he's not playing much. The game after that 14 target game, I think he was like 4th in routes run. So they're I think they're waiting. I think in the playoffs, they're going to elevate him a little bit more. Yeah. For sure. So I would expect him to run more routes than fucking Mac Hollins and
shit.
And Samuel's been hurt too. Like that game before last game, he ran less routes than Samuel and Mac Hollins.
Yeah.
So that's going to change. Although Mac Hollins is the leading receiver with touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. But I mean, he'll play still, but I would expect Cooper to get at least 2nd or 3rd most routes.
Yeah.
I mean, especially after he fucking made that catch. I mean, that was a fucking ridiculous catch he made. He's made a couple ridiculous catches this year with the Bills.
Cooper?
Yeah.
He's a good wide receiver. I think he's underrated for what he is, but he's a very solid veteran wide receiver.
Right. He's not as good as he used to be, but he's still very dependable.
I'm trying to see who in Baltimore I can even take at this fucking point.
Aguilar.
Is he there? Oh, shit, he is. All right, perfect. Thank you. Not sexy, but I'll take it. That's fine.
I took Tim Patrick because these low-end dudes, they're the ones in the playoffs when the defense is trying to take your top guys out. Dudes like Aguilar, Tim Patrick are going to sneak in for one.
That's why I took Ty Johnson and Aguilar because I completed a lot of my stacks at this point. Like I'm not taking more than 4 Washington guys, and I already have 4 guys on the Vikings. So I figured I'd throw a dart throw, and Aguilar gets me the 3 guys for the Ravens. But I figured I'd throw a dart throw on like Ty Johnson, even though I don't have any Bills outside of him.
Here we go, Notre Dame.
I kind of it's an interesting, but I kind of like my build a little bit.
Steelers get no respect either. Pickens hanging around, Najee hanging around.
I like my first build more so than this one, but yeah, whatever.
I've taken Pickens at the end of these drafts because like as maybe a guy that the last round or two where like he can give you a spike week even if he gets eliminated.
I basically went ahead and got every Chief except for Kelsey.
Riley Leonard just did the Elway fucking flip.
Yeah, I saw. I got Mahomes, Pacheco, Xavier Worthy, Noah Gray, Hollywood Brown. So,
I love Hollywood in these drafts. I think he's gonna have a really good.
I didn't get Kelsey, but you know, I wanted him.
He's a nice snag.
Yeah.
I actually happen to think, and Danny said, "How about my tight end approach?" I actually think Dawson Knox is really sneaky too. I'm not. It's not about Kincaid, but like Knox just seems to be a guy too that like he'll just score a touchdown when they need it. Like especially in the playoffs last year. And I don't love him, but like Kincaid is
there. It is, baby. Mike, there it is, baby. Look.
Wow. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Fucking roll, man. Let's do it.
Go.
Fucking hell. Kelsey, Kincaid, Goddard. Oh boy. Knox. Yeah. All right. So he loaded up. I mean, you're cornering the market, I guess, on tight ends, so to speak. Yeah.
Well, he's also got he's also going for the Bills stack, right? So it makes sense. All right, let's do one more and then we'll get out of here.
$5
one more?
Yeah, let's do a $5 one because I just that was my last one. I just maxed that, so I can't do another $3.
Fuck, what do you want? Correct? What are you doing?
It's only 20.
This one's a 5 entry max. Yeah. It's a smaller field. That one might be, and it's almost filled, so it might be worth it to get into that one.
Is it the 40,000 5 wide too?
Yeah.
Yep.
What time are we entering, darling?
We can enter in at 7:20.
That's what he
Let's
said.
go 7:23. Hey, this is one thing I want to ask you because Steve, you're stacking Bucks, right? Dude, Rachaad White doesn't even get drafted in most of these drafts.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy. I've been taking him too. like, I mean, obviously it's Bucky's backfield, but like, it's
How
not
about
like
Kate
Rashad
Otten?
White's
Anybody
not-
taking Kate Otten? Nobody's taking him.
I've taken him. I've taken him in some really cheap. Like, if I'm trying to get a cheap build at the end, I'll take.
Is
like
he coming?
McMillan,
Is he
Otten,
going to
and
be?
White.
He should be back for the playoffs, right?
I don't know if he's playing
Maybe.
this week, but he should be back.
Maybe.
Can they
I
get
was-
knocked out though?
Did you
There's
see
a chance they
freaking?
don't make
Did you
it if they
see?
don't play this week,
Did you
right?
see who's starting for freaking? The hell's his name? Oh my god, I can't believe it. For Cleveland, Bailey Zappi is starting for them this week.
Programming note. What time are we joining?
7:23.
Okay.
We'll join at 7:23. Alfredo sent in a super chat and said, $5 super chat. Who should I flex? Carter Gainwell or Garrett Wilson in week 18?
I'd go Gainwell this week.
I'd go Gainwell as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Trey Benson might get some burn depending on if he's banged up or not.
I mean, you already know
I would go
Saquon's
Gainwell.
not out there. Yeah.
Is Shipley playing this week or no?
He is. Yeah, he should be.
Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, I mean, mix in with that.
I think Saquon's getting hosed by not getting this record.
Well, let's enter this first, and we can debate that.
What time we doing
We got
that?
1 minute here.
7:23.
Yeah,
my phone.
7:23.
Yeah.
And thank you for the super chat, Alfredo. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Alfredo. Appreciate you, buddy. I would just say, even if Shipley's in there, I still think Gainwell does enough
Me too.
to.
Go.
All right, let's go.
Checking my location. Look, here we go with this shit
Four
now.
out of six. 4 out of
All right, we're
6.
good.
Let's go, Hoff. Get in.
I'm working on it. Says I'm in.
Nice.
Isn't it so? It's so weird how
Why did
different our streams are gonna be. Like I'm so like used to like how our streams have been for the last 4 months, and now it's just gonna be a lot different now.
I just don't
Well,
understand
I mean,
why.
once we get out of week 18 and the playoffs will be a little bit more structured, but like week 18,
Sure.
it's like a shit show this week.
Did it fill
Yeah.
yet? No, right?
No, I don't think. I
No,
think it's
it
just
didn't
us.
tell
It
yet.
might just be us. It's probably just us.
Mine
4.
says 3 out of 6.
Mine says 5 out of 6. I just don't understand
Mine
why
says
they need
4
to
out
check
of
my
6.
location now. I was already. in
Anthony,
two
what
of
does
the
yours
drafts.
say?
I don't. It doesn't say anything. I'm sure I'm in with you guys. I'm just saying entered.
I think Anthony says to watch more.
oh, no, I'm in.
Here we
I'm
go.
in
Here we go,
Pete.
baby.
Pete, I'm in. No, we're all together again.
Oh, Alfredo got in this time with us.
Alfredo,
Wow.
baby.
Who? And I'm on. I'm
Okay.
on.
Pete, do you see who
number
he's got
one,
in there?
fuckers.
You see who's got in this
Who?
picture?
Alfredo.
You don't see that?
The dog.
It's not. It's
He's got
nothing.
He's got Benito in there in his picture.
Oh
Yeah,
yes, in his YouTube, yeah. I don't know if
Oh,
Alfredo
yeah.
might have came over from YouTube. I recognize the last name Barrios, and I do have a Broncos fan that has Barrios. I don't know if Alfredo. Do you follow me on Twitter?
Picking towards the back on the draft again.
Anthony getting the first spot. Is he gonna take? I mean, you are a big
He-
Lamar guy.
Don't
He's
think
taking
Dak.
Dak
Anthony.
Prescott.
Listen,
No,
you
but
guys
this
don't
is
think
where
the Bills are
Anthony-
going to the Super Bowl. So
Is Anthony gonna take Lamar? I mean, you're not a big Allen guy, so
But this is about money. So
yeah.
Oh.
Who do you think has the better chance to advance?
Oh,
he's coming around. He's coming
If it's
around.
if you think Lamar does, why
You-
wouldn't
you-
you take him number 1?
He's gonna
Over-
pause the
over
draft and
Allen.
say, "Where's Dak? Where is he?"
Where's that?
Alfredo, you can
Where is he?
follow us on Twitter, by the way. Our
Take
handles
Mitch
are in our,
Trubisky. Allen gonna get
on
hurt. Mitch
our show on
Trubisky.
here.
you know
Yeah,
what?
Mitch could do some damage.
Now I got Anthony thinking because I'm hoping he goes for Lamar because I like Allen. So, but you know this is interesting, Anthony.
By the way, Steve, I'm a Texas guy, but Ohio State's gonna fucking cook
I know.
Texas, right?
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they look a
probably
lot
do.
better. Ewers
That's gonna be a
Ewers not that good, and they have no. What happened to the Texas run game? They have no fucking run game. They can't run the ball.
No, they do not.
Trevion Henderson. See how fast he was on that fucking run? He
Yeah, I
was
saw it. It's not gonna be
Dude,
good.
that throw from Ewers though was fucking
Ooh,
big
here we
nuts
go.
though.
Shake and bake, a little shake and bake
Yeah,
with the flag.
I mean, on 4th and 13, he took the deep shot. Like
that was nice. Oh, that was
for
a
the
good
game.
game. That was
Yeah.
money throw for sure.
Anthony, you're on the clock.
You never
bitch.
know.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
whoa,
they could match up well with them.
Whoa!
what the fuck, Anthony?
Fucking turncoat. God damn it.
The fuck
I
is
need
that?
variance. I need variance.
You
I might
haven't
never
drafted
pick
any yet. What do you mean?
an underdog.
Who's got Allen? Hawk?
Me.
Anthony.
Oh,
He took him
I-
over Lamar.
son of
I-
a motherless.
I pick at the end of the first round. I don't got nothing.
Honestly, the reason I like Allen over Lamar too is it's so much easier to stack Bills than it is Ravens.
Yeah, that's kind of why I went that way too.
It's so hard to stack the Ravens, man.
I mean, you can get a Lamar Andrew stack.
Yeah, and you can get like Isaiah Likely and Bateman later too, if that's the route you wanted to go.
But really, ideally, if you can get Lamar and Henry, it'll never happen. But that's really the whole offense most of the time, and then Andrews. It's a 3-man show.
I had them in the Dynasty League, and I finished second. So heartbreaking.
Who? Lamar stack?
Lamar and Derrick Henry. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, that was a good stack this year. It's tough. You need to have all the right pieces. It's not easy. You heard me say that, I think. Will.
You son of a motherless goat. Yes.
Son of a motherless goat. I'm up again.
Hip hop.
Nobody has Hurts, huh? Nice. Take that. All right. Hurts and Amon-Ra for me. I like that. For some variance. Do you guys think the Eagles are like the clear-cut favorite, or I think it's fucking anybody really. Man.
I don't know what's going to happen as far as the NFC. I have no clue.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know either.
It could be,
I was off the Eagles for a little bit, but
Anthony, fuck you.
Hold me back in finally.
Anthony, you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck you. Fucking dick. God damn it. This guy's always got to fucking take the guy I want.
Who'd he take?
He took Kelsey because I have Mahomes.
Can't
you just let me just have it?
Make sure you take Hollywood. That's all.
I did that last trip.
I got to get him again. That's it. Because Anthony's going to take him if you don't take him.
I know he is.
There's not going to be a lot of. I debated going Goff and just rolling with Allen and Goff, but it's kind of counterproductive, I think. But I wouldn't mind trying to build like that one of these times.
I told you I got it. Oh, not Allen Goff. I got Mahomes Goff.
I took
honestly, this isn't even to sound douchey. It with all of us drafting together, like we're not gonna get like huge values because like the reason DraftKings is good is you get a lot of schmucks that you know what I mean. Like I'm just saying.
That's what I feel about.
I get it.
I don't expect you. Like I saw somebody in the first round, draft Puka today. I mean, you can get Puka in the third. I mean,
that happens. That happens on DK. I remember in the preseason draft, some people were doing some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like after drafting on DraftKings, like I don't even know why why anybody would do them over underdog over them. I mean, it just feels like the rooms are softer, and also I think it's crazy that underdog took that long to pay out. I think it is kind of annoying. I mean, you get your money either way, but. I don't know.
NFC paid out. FFPC, they pay out quick. Those two sites.
Yeah, FFPC paid up as soon as that week ends. Like as soon as that division title week ends, they pay you right away.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like they get your money instantly. So like it's just 48 hours should be enough time. You shouldn't have to wait till Thursday midday for them to start finally paying out.
Peace on the clock.
I'm in Costa Rica. I'll take care of it when I get back.
By the way, if you're here watching on the old YouTube, feel free to give us a like. Feel free to hit that. Oh, is that my phone? My Bluetooth.
Oh, Anthony, you're welcome for Shakir. Take him.
Well, you already took Cook, so
man.
I know.
Notre Dame, Ohio State. That's gonna be a good. I mean, not Notre Dame.
Back.
Fuck Notre Dame playing next round.
Oh shit. Who's Notre Dame play?
Yeah. Why am I drawing?
I think it's Ohio State.
No, Ohio State's playing Texas.
Oh yeah.
Ohio State looks like the best team.
Penn State? Is it? It's Penn State.
Penn State. Yeah, they're going to be Penn State.
I like Drew Allard, man. I'm put me on record though. I think he has a chance to be the best.
Somebody said no
class,
way,
man.
no chance, no way.
My audio
I'm telling
just
you,
jumped
he's
my
got a
fucking
lot of
iPad
good tools,
nowhere.
man. It wouldn't.
Nah,
he's
not gonna
gifted.
He's not gonna be better than Cam or Shadur. I mean, I haven't seen enough.
No, next year.
Oh, he's got one more
coming
year
out this year. Yeah, he's not coming out this year.
Yeah.
That's why I like him so much because he got so much better this year.
That's possible.
And he's got a lot of the tools.
I got to get somebody in the AFC. Holy shit. Yeah, that's why I thought Milroe should have stayed. He's not.
Milroe does not look NFL ready.
I think he's worried he's going to lose his job if he goes back. Honest to God, like
he's gonna. What round is he gonna go? Back. Second round, third round. He can't go in the first round pick.
I think,
but somebody may just take him. Maybe somebody may just take him in the second round.
If he crushes the combine, he'll probably go first round to somebody desperate enough. Unless there's somebody sneaky that comes out of nowhere. I like the kid from Syracuse.
Yeah, he looks good. McCord.
Yeah, I like him. I like him from Syracuse. My dad's a Syracuse fan, so he's big on.
Did he go there or not?
Nah, he's just from New York. So
my dad went to Rutgers. True story.
Nice.
Cares.
I
got
a lot of family that went there.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that went there.
Yeah, a lot of these drafts, I'm loading up on Chiefs. I guess I'm just, I know what's going to happen. So.
This team is just way off the rails right now.
Got a boy.
Yeah, this is I don't like picking early. Yeah, you get Allen, but I'm not loving this team layout right now.
You also stole Kelsey from me, you asshole. Yeah.
And Worthy.
Well, you got to stack Allen and then just go high points, guys. You got to get Shakir. My thing is, if I get Allen, I want Cook, my next pick.
And then, but Pete sniped me, so that didn't happen.
Then you got to get Shakir. Then you got to get Shakir. Then either Cooper or Coleman.
Yeah, the nice thing about Coleman though is you can get him you can wait a few rounds after you take Shakir, and if you get Cook, Allen, Shakir, you can work on another build for 3 rounds and then go get Coleman. You know, because he goes late.
So basically, tight end's going to be a liability for me. That's what's happening. So,
Lamar, Flowers.
So my build is literally all Chiefs and Bills, and then I have Devonta Smith. So I need to start getting NFC guys. Because I just took DeAndre Hopkins.
But that's not bad because they could play in the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
But no, it works. But I also get that sentiment that you want to get over to the other conference too.
So. I mean, I already have three Bills and 3 Chiefs and Devonta.
Yeah, now you got to go to the other conference.
And I don't have a running back. That's great. But I feel like running back, really, you just need, David Montgomery sitting there.
Yeah. Honestly, I wanted to try a draft here where I just strictly take all fucking running backs and then take a couple dart throws at receiver later on and just pound fucking running back. Because I just feel like so many people are probably going wide receiver heavy.
Mm.
I just took my first AFC guy. I would take 3 quarterbacks sometimes here too. I mean, you get Baker, you get Lamar, then maybe you get a Daniels or Goff. You could do that too. 3 quarterbacks is good. Get 2 from the NFC, 1 from the AFC if you get Lamar, Allen, or Mahomes.
Yeah. I think my least drafted teams are probably the Steelers and Houston, which I think they play each other likely. So honestly, if you like whoever comes out of that matchup, you're probably guaranteed 2 weeks of production.
Yeah,
Notre Dame
matchup winner correctly.
Notre Dame Sugar Bowl champs.
Love it. It's been a long time coming, man. This is their best chance in a long time.
Won me some money tonight, so.
I told you the kid from my high school went to Notre Dame, Bennett Jackson, on the national championship team. Steve played football for my team. Played corner for Notre Dame.
No, that's sweet.
He was drafted by the Giants. Go Baker.
Where's he from? Oh, Hazlitt.
Yeah, Bennett Jackson.
Nice. Yeah, he was on the Jets too.
Yeah, and he was on the Ravens too. He bounced around P squad between Jets and Ravens for a while. Anthony went Hunt and B-Rob. Okay. Perfect. I'll get Likely. I mean, that's why. I mean, I guess I did get my Ravens stack. I got Lamar, Flowers, Bateman, and Likely. So I got my 4. I'm working on the NFC now.
I'm taking. Nobody wants Nico, huh? That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Nico's a good pick if you think that they're going to beat the Steelers.
They could beat the Steelers.
That's what I'm saying. You'll get 2 weeks of Nico, who's, I mean, there's not many better fantasy players than him, at wide receiver.
Are all the matchups pretty much locked in, or what
not necessarily, but it would. I'm pretty sure you have Ravens here. I'm sorry, you have Texans here at 4 and Steelers here at 5. So 4 plays 5. And Texans can't move from 4. Steelers could technically actually play the Chargers. If the Steelers beat the Raiders if the Steelers beat Cincinnati and the Chargers win this week, then it stays the same. But if the Steelers lose and Chargers win, they go up, and then Steelers at the 5 seed would play the Ravens in week 1.
Oh, wow. And the Chargers would play the Texans?
Yep, and the Bills would play Denver in that scenario.
Wow. Oh, the Bills would change too because of that?
Mm-hmm. No. Bills are gonna play Denver regardless. If Denver can't move up, I don't think. I think that's the highest they can go.
Who are the Bills expected to play in round 1?
That's what I'm saying. They're expected to play Denver.
Okay.
So that's probably a win. And then you figure after that, if you're just guessing here, Bills would play the second highest, and it's hold on, let me.
What do you think the spread in that game is? Denver Bills.
Probably 8.5, maybe 7.5, 8.
No, I think it'd be higher. Wait. No,
counting down, buddy.
I know.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Oh,
maybe like 9 or 8. You're probably right, around 8 points.
Oh, thank God, I got McMillan. I was actually looking for McMillan, so that worked out. I got auto picked him. You think it would be 8, 7.5, 8, Steve?
Yeah, I think about 8. Yeah. Maybe 9, 8, 9, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. The playoff preview, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be fun next week. Herbert goes pretty late too, by the way. I mean, Herbert's still here on the clock, but I'm not taking him because I didn't get Ladd or Dobbins, so there's no point for me. Who got Ladd? Who got Dobbins and Ladd?
I did with the Rikers. William Steven says his dad went to Rikers. But by the way, guys, we're doing a playoff draft next week. So if you guys want in, drop your emails or send me a DM or send one of these guys a DM and we'll get you in to our playoff draft. It's a regular draft. It's not like you pick anybody. It's you only get one, everybody could just have, one of each. So it's going to be 10 rounds on fantasypostseason.com. So if you guys want in, $50 entry, send it in. I think we got about maybe 6 spots. Ever Pete's guys get in, maybe 5 or 6 spots left.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys probably will do it.
Oh, fuck. I just got auto picked. Jamar Chase, great. This team's getting fucked. Well, they could get in, I guess, right? Who knows?
They could.
Who?
The Bengals have an outside chance. Carson Wentz pulls a miracle, and the Jets beat the Dolphins.
Yeah, I can see it. Dolphins have a better chance to get in, which is actually crazy. Everyone's kind of talking about the Bengals, but the Dolphins win and Denver loses. They have the best shot.
But the Chiefs, I mean, they're pretty much resting. I mean, I guess it's
just Wentz,
right?
even still though, Wentz is going to go out there and fucking just chuck it. Like, I mean, which is kind of sketchy in and of itself. I mean, also got to think like P. Ryan, like, is not that bad of a running back. He was practically a fucking starter last year. He's probably going to start for them. Hollywood Brown, I think, is going to get reps because he's only played for 2 weeks. So they're probably going to want to get him some time. Noah Gray's been solid. He'll probably get some time.
If the Bengals get in, where do you think Chase gets drafted in these?
Wow.
I mean, Bengals, that would completely shuffle. I mean, Chase Brown too, Higgins, Burrow. I mean,
the Bengals can beat anybody.
Drafted top 5 rounds.
They could. Yeah, they could. That's nuts. Like he may go second, third round in this shit, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit less. I don't know.
No, I mean, I definitely think he'd be that high for sure.
Alfredo wants in. Alfredo, drop your email. Send it to one of us, or just put it in the comments, or better to DM one of us on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know who I've been taking in some of these too? I've been taking this Naylor kid.
Yeah.
Jalen Naylor.
Jalen Naylor.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick either. He's been coming on in the past couple of weeks.
Did somebody fucking take him?
Remember early in the year when Addison was hurt, he was good too.
Your roster
someone take him?
Like shit, Pete. Pete's roster probably looks like shit.
Shut the fuck up. I think somebody took Naylor, so that's who fucking. Which one of you took him and didn't want to say anything while I was searching for him?
I didn't take him.
Ah, it's fucking
Hoff Naylor.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I will say I wish I did. It's a good call. It is. It's a good call. I didn't take him.
No, it's fucking Alfredo. At least I got Tim Patrick, so I guess.
Fucking Alfredo. You know what, Alfredo? You can't play with us now. What's that?
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Again, Rachaad White, not drafted. I was gonna take him, but I already had $4, and I was like, I don't know if I really want to take another buck. All right. Let's see. So that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. Alfredo said, "Bet count me in." I don't know if that's referring to the draft, Alfredo, but if you are interested, go to Steve's Twitter handle here. It's on under his name on X, and DM him if you want in, and anybody else that wants in. Yeah, anybody else that wants in, let us know. Do we want to go over these rosters, or are we good to close out here?
Yeah, let's go over this way we can talk a little playoff discussion.
All right, Steve, talk about your team and your strategy.
All right. So yeah, Monroe St. Brown. I mean, the freaking Lions go to the Super Bowl, which is a high possibility. I mean, the guy's a fucking absolute fantasy monster. Then you got Hurts, and then I get Goff. So one of those quarterbacks, those are probably the two favorites in my eyes. Obviously, you got the Bucks, you got the Vikings could go too. The Rams can make a run. Even the Commanders can make a run. Jameson Williams so I got the triple stack with the Lions, then Mike Evans, Kyron. So I'm kind of mixing up the NFC here because I didn't get Allen, I didn't get Lamar, I didn't get Mahomes, and then I get Kincaid. So I go to the AFC here. Dobbins. Scroll down a little bit there, Pete.
Sorry.
Pickens, Kraft, Chase was an auto pick, but hey, if they somehow make the playoffs, that's going to be an absolute gold pick. So, I mean, if you do enough of these, it's probably worth it to throw Chase in there. And then Watson with the Packers, they can make a run too. So, went all AFC to start or all NFC to start. And then I tried to finish up with mostly AFC guys, although I got Kraft and Watson at the end.
Okay. Steve, you want to go? I mean, Hoff, you want to go next?
Yeah, this one in particular, I screwed up because I only took one quarterback, but I took a quarterback who wins a lot. So Pat Mahomes. So I'll roll with that. Derrick Henry, I've gotten there. I've got Puka Nacua, Hollywood Brown, Noah Gray, Isaiah Pacheco. So really, I'm just going on history and I'm banking on the Chiefs again, like it or not. So after that, Josh Jacobs, Jaden Reed, Joe Mixon, Nico Collins, which I don't hate. Little smash and grab job there in the early rounds. Romeo Dobbs, and then Nelson Aguilar. So, hindsight, wish I would have got another quarterback. It's probably going to fucking burn me, potentially. But, I mean, with the way the Chiefs do things in the playoffs, I'll probably be okay.
Well, your biggest issue is getting out of the first round. because you have a lot of Chiefs and no quarterback. So you're going to have no quarterback first round. And then you have a lot of Chiefs on the bye.
Yep. Not the best. Again.
This fucked the fourth draft we did in a row. So
I fucked up by not taking another quarterback. That's on me.
Rewind this to the beginning and watch his first 3 drafts. They dominate, and the last one, he's trying a different strategy. So
right? Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Hey, look, you never know if you get enough pop guys.
I mean, the one draft I have to announce is going to be a disaster, but there you go.
All right, Anthony, go for it.
Yeah, I picked from the one, and I went very AFC heavy. That's just the way the board fell out. Allen, Kelsey, Devonta Smith, Khalil Shakir. So I did stack some Bills, but I also stacked the Chiefs. Then Worthy, Cooper, DeAndre Hopkins, Kareem Hunt. And because you need dudes in round 1, Brian Robinson, Ty Johnson, more Bill stack than Cortland Sutton and Quentin Johnston. So I feel like it's very AFC heavy, but my 2 AFC stacks, they could beat in the AFC title game.
Yeah, and your NFC team. At least the 2 guys. I mean, you got Devonta, right? So he's on a guy that's a favorite, and B-Rob is a dart throw, right? But at least you could get Devonta in there.
I really just wanted him for 1 round. That's why that running back filler.
Yeah, that's fine. I get that. I've done that a bunch of times too. Yeah, I started with Lamar in the 2 spot. I was able to get enough Ravens. I feel like I got Lamar, Flowers, Bateman, and Likely. So I got my 4 guys there in the AFC. I did take James Cook. I just wanted to take him because there's not a lot of smash running backs, I feel like, and he's just been so good that I'm willing to take the chance on him. And plus he's playing first round, so getting him for the first round is a bump. I was able to get lucky and stack some Vikings too, which is what I like to go with when I do Ravens. I got Jones, Addison. I didn't get anybody else outside of Jones and Addison. I did try to get Naylor there at the end, but I got auto picked. And then I went with the Bucks. I got Bucky Irving. Baker is my second quarterback. And I got McMillan and Cade Otton. And then I got auto-picked Tim Patrick. That was going to be Jalen Naylor. So I'm a little annoyed about that.
It's not a bad one. Tim Patrick could be a nice
one.
Yeah. I mean, I've taken him a decent amount.
I think I got him in our last 2.
Yeah. He did, yeah.
That could be a good one.
I just hate that I don't have anybody else on Detroit. So it's kind of just like,
Did anybody take Herbert or no?
I thought somebody did.
No, any of us.
My last draft, I did. I have the Charger stack, not this one.
Yeah, Alfredo did. Alfredo took Naylor from me.
Oh, Alfredo's in, by the way. He's in our playoff draft, by the way. Alfredo. He's
nice.
He just sent me.
Oh, did you sent it? You sent it?
He sent me his email, so he's in. Yeah.
Good. All right, cool. Trone said Mahomes going to be first round exit. Unfortunately, Trone, that's not possible because they're not going to be playing in the first round. They're going to be playing in the second round.
Bingo.
But I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
If you guys want to join our playoff league, go to @FantasySavvy with 2 V's on Twitter, DM Steve or one of us, and let us know, and we'll get you in there. And yeah, I don't know if we'll be here tomorrow. Anthony, do you have plans on going live tomorrow? I mean,
I might. We'll see. What, tomorrow's Friday? My week is completely thrown off, by the way, with these holidays.
Oh, of course. I mean, all of us. Yeah, no.
I literally thought today was Monday. Yeah, all fucking day.
Me too. No judgment here.
Let's go tomorrow.
And there's no football on Thursday, so it really throws me off because usually during the season, when games are played, tells me what day of the week it is. Now every day feels the same.
Yep.
Well, also we've had games on weird days too. Like it's just all been out of whack.
We're gonna do more of these playoff drafts though, especially after once the true matchups are announced.
Well, until Pete maxes out and everything, then that's it.
Yeah. Pete's gonna max out soon.
Well,
he's got to stay over for that wedding.
Those fantasy money winnings came in, so I had to re-roll it. You know,
there you go. You want to spend that before the season, the tax season's over. So
that is That is true.
Actually, it is over. What the fuck am I talking about?
I was gonna say,
Yeah, really.
Motherfucked up.
oh,
I thought it was still 2024.
Jesus, you're really fucked up then. Golly.
Yeah, I'm fucked up.
All right. Well, we'll catch you guys probably tomorrow. If not, Anthony will be here solo on Sunday morning. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if Anthony. Are you going to do Sunday morning show too?
Should we? Should I? I don't know.
Maybe maybe we could and just make it more focused on playoffs. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Because usually at this time of year, we focus more on like playoff picks, betting picks. There's not really a lot of people playing Week 18 fantasy, so it's more.
You shouldn't be.
We start turning over to the NFL playoff content.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. Stay tuned. I'm sure you'll be here, even if we let you know we're going to go live or not. But we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.